fam, we are back for another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. And my people, I am so happy to tell you today that we have an anti-meta video. Now, this has been really freaking hard to pull off because Rey is by far the most complicated character we've had hit this game to counter. Very, very few compositions have done it, but fortunately, my friends, we got brains out there. We always have brains out there in the community who are hard at work trying to find solid counters for these galactic legends, or whatever the meta is, characters that come next. And I was lucky enough, my friends, to even snatch one of them to join me for the video. I have got on voice Kiyoe on the channel right now to tell me about his Jedi Revan Thrawn gas counter for Galactic Legends Rey. Kiyoe, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you, Cubs fan?
Dude, I'm great. How does it feel to be on a Cubs fan Han video?
This is amazing. It's a dream come true.
It's a dream. This is the moment my life has been building towards now. All right, so let's show this counter. So first of all, guys, he has a YouTube channel. Kiyoe is just starting out. 321 subs, so I expect to see that well over 600 by the afternoon, my friends. Go over there. Got a link down below in the description for this. But I'm going to roll this footage. Now, I want to give you guys a few insights that Kiyoe shares in the video, and then I want to ask you a few questions about it, if that's okay, Kiyoe. Because this is your baby, right?
This is my baby.
All right. So, first and foremost, and correct me if I'm getting any of this wrong, but you need to get Grandmaster's training on General Skywalker. Want to get a fracture over on Rey. You need to get Rey into damage immunity as soon as humanly possible, because at least before she gets into that Galactic Legend, ultimate ability stance, because this is Rey with the ultimate ability. Feed as much turns as you can over to Gas, because he's going to be reducing max health. He gets bonus turns, lots of damage from him. And then just keep in mind, once she opens into that ultimate ability stance, you're going to only do 1 damage to everyone. So just keep that in mind. In this case, he ends up going for Wat Tambor. And a big key here is you want to make sure that Savior does not proc. Because if Savior procs before Rey does her ultimate ability, you're almost for sure going to lose. Did I summarize that right?
You got that exactly correct.
Boom. Okay, so tell me a little bit more then about what you've learned using this counter, Kiyoe, how reliable you feel like it is, and kind of what your logic was with the counter.
Okay, so the whole reason I even came up with this idea is because of them adding Wat Tambor into the equation.
Yeah.
Forcing the taunt.
Mm-hmm.
It was so hard to get around the taunt.
Yeah.
So my only thought was Jedi Knight Revan, direct focus onto Rey. You could get around it, and I would also force Grand Admiral Thrawn to be able to fracture her.
Interesting. Yeah. Isn't it awesome to see how much Thrawn? When I saw this composition, my first thought was, ooh, Jedi Revan and Gas. That's interesting. And then I saw Thrawn, I was like, my man. Isn't Thrawn just one of the ultimate counters to everything?
He is. I'm so glad they didn't put their kit to cause that not
to prevent the fracture?
Yeah. Otherwise, I don't think there would be any way to beat these Galactic Legends unless you have your own Galactic.
Yeah, unless you have your own Galactic Legend, for sure. So there you go. So right there, you've got that that sudden whirlwind going off, but you still have 4 standing barely. Now, you mentioned that Hermit Yoda was only Gear 12 in this. Do you feel like the counter would be more reliable with a full Gear 13 squad?
Yeah, I think for sure Yoda would have been able to withstand that. Someone posted their health and protection for the Hermit Yoda at Gear 13.
And
it was a combination of like 150k. Oh. Mine is rocking a whole 60k.
Wow. Okay, so you're still able to manage a win here in spite of that. With Hermit Yoda potentially surviving, you could heal everyone a lot better there and be a lot more sure. Now, have you thought about trying to work Jolie into this or anything like that for that potential revive, or is that not feasible?
I don't think that would be feasible because Hermit Yoda is, I don't know who I would take out of it. There's really no one to take out of it because you need the bonuses from the master training in order for it to work. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to create enough damage to get Rey into damage immunity soon enough.
So it's a very thoughtful counter then. Let's see here on your video here. You're showing some stats here. I'll let you. I'm going to roll the battle one more time just for entertainment value. Go check out his video to see the stats. This is what I love about a good theory craft when everyone is invaluable. Right? So everyone's playing a very critical role here, right? Yoda's getting some protection up out there. Gas is reducing max health and therefore damage. Revan is out there getting the mark. Hermit Yoda's there for master's training and survivability, and Thrawn is there for the fracture. And there's really nothing in here that you can sacrifice, is there? I mean, especially fracture, for example, because for a second I'm thinking, well, take Thrawn out, get a full team of Jedi, jump Jolie in there, but do you think this would work without fracture?
No, because right now Rey would be countering everyone, and she would obviously then be moving as well. With her speed, who knows how many turns she would have taken at this point.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many Jedi would have standing.
So the counters kill you, and fracture is the way to basically survive this onslaught of attacks from Galactic Legend Rey.
Correct.
Interesting. Well, hey, QA, I think this counter is really amazing. I know we've got another counter that you're going to tell us about. We'll have another video for you guys tomorrow about another counter, so I'll just tease you guys with that. And this one, something you mentioned was this was maybe a little under-reliable at about 40 to 50% win rate, right?
That was correct when I was first working on it, trying to get the turn order right. Where did I need to go?
Right.
So I was unsure at the beginning. Now I've actually adjusted things so that if you notice at the beginning, I have a gas attacking Holdo.
Yeah.
Because I have him going first. Now I have that first attack attacking Rey, so that it's getting her max health reduced even sooner.
Okay.
Which allows me to get her into damage immunity even better. So probably now the win rate is closer to 70%.
You cut out a little bit. The win rate is closer to what?
70%.
Hey, 70% for a counter to Galactic Legends not using Galactic Legends. I will take those odds. That's pretty dope. Now, also a question I had when I showed this video to some of my patrons is this working against say L3 in the Holdo spot or Malik in the Holdo spot? I know a lot of people are really championing, I don't know if that's a word, those characters as maybe some of the best for this Rey team. Did you try it?
I actually have a video up with L3 and Watt.
Hey! Okay.
Yes. So it works as well. That's the whole reason why I even came up with this comp, was just to try to overcome that, because they said it couldn't be beat.
So you are the guy, Kiowe, my friends. Kiowe is the guy out there who says they say it can't be beat, so you mod like an animal, you find ways to beat it. Now, talk to me a little bit about mods on this team. I'm guessing a big part of the logic is health, and protection, survivability, damage on gas. I'm thinking Thrawn, you're probably going to want lots of speed on Thrawn. Anything I'm missing in there, in that equation?
No, that's correct. And actually with gas, the devs coded the resistance to go after, so he's acting as a pseudo tank. If you watch the video, they're always attacking him. The only time they don't attack him is if you have a there, and if it's taunting, then they will go after the tank. But otherwise, it is always gas until and then it's coded next to go after Thrawn.
Interesting. Okay, very, very interesting. So this is a great combo. Kiowe, I want to thank you so much for coming on this video. I know you're starting a YouTube channel, so again, everyone would very much appreciate if you guys check that out. At least as a thank you for coming on here and showing all of you guys this amazing counter. I know this is something I'm going to go for myself, because in my squad arena right now, I'm looking at, like, I have no answers. zero answers for Galactic Legend Ray showing up in my arena. And so I just want to say we really appreciate what you're doing here in the community, QA. Keep up the good work. And we've got one more counter to show you guys here tomorrow. So, QA, anything else before we end the video? Anything else you think everyone should know about this counter before they jump into it?
I think you explained everything very succinctly, and obviously, if you do have questions, you can watch this video or go watch mine. It breaks it down pretty well.
Definitely. Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna throw them your way. Okay, everyone, go to Kiyoway's video. If you've got questions, leave a comment, and Kiyoway, you're gonna scan those comments and answer some spicy questions. All right.
That I've been doing nonstop.
I did see that video got some pretty decent views, so good for you, man. I think that's great. All right, everyone, stay tuned for our video tomorrow of another counter. This one, to tease, bit more reliable?
I believe so. So far today, it's been 100%.
100%! I like those odds better than 70%. Okay, so 100% reliability rate coming at you guys tomorrow. And that comp does include Coruscant Underworld Police. I can confirm it this time. All right, give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Thanks again, QA. And as always, my brothers, don't forget